let go. The bird who carried her passed a story about memory, freedom, and learning to live again. Have you ever felt like something invisible is pulling you back? Like your heart wants to move forward, but your soul is still stuck somewhere behind? Sometimes, what holds us back isn't the weight of the world, it's the weight of our own memories. We're told that remembering everything, every pain, every joy, every failure, every lesson, is what makes us wise. But what if remembering everything is exactly what's stopping us from living fully? This is a story about a bird, but listen closely, because it might just be a story about you. Once, in a peaceful forest, far from human eyes, there lived a small bird. She wasn't famous or powerful, but she had something rare: wonder. She marveled at the sky, sang with the wind, and found joy in even the smallest leaf dancing on a breeze. Every day felt like a story worth keeping. So, one day she began to collect her life, not with photographs or journals, but by carving her memories onto small, smooth stones. A moment of laughter, she wrote it down. A tearful night under the stars. That too. A conversation that hurt. A song that healed. A dream that didn't come true. All of it, carved carefully, lovingly, into stone. Then she placed the stones in a tiny pouch and tied it to her side. At first, it was a sacred ritual. She believed, one day, when I'm older, I'll open this pouch and remember everything that made me, even the painful memories. She thought they had hidden wisdom inside them, so she carried them to her because forgetting felt like betrayal. Time passed. The pouch grew heavier, but slowly, like snowfall. At first, she barely noticed, but over time, flying didn't feel so free anymore. Her wings still worked, but something inside her dragged. Each flight required more strength. She didn't soar through the sky anymore. She pushed through it, and still, every night, she added more stones. This is life, she told herself. You carry what you've lived. That's how you grow wiser. But she wasn't growing. She was shrinking. One day, struggling to land on a branch, she met an old owl. He had seen many seasons come and go. His feathers were worn, but his eyes were calm, the kind of calm that only comes after letting go of many things. He watched her struggle and asked gently, "Why do you carry that pouch, little one?" She smiled, though her chest was tight from exhaustion. "It holds everything I've experienced, all my joys and sorrows, all the lessons I've learned. I never want to forget." The owl blinked slowly, then asked a question that cut through the silence like wind through branches. "Then are you truly living in the present, or just flying with the weight of yesterday?" The bird paused. Her smile faded. She didn't have an answer, so she flew away slower than before, but now carrying something heavier than the pouch. A question. Days passed, weeks. The pouch grew so full, its seams began to strain. Even walking was a challenge now. Her wings ached constantly. She couldn't fly far. She avoided high places, but still she didn't let go. "This is my life," she whispered to herself. "If I let go, who will I be without these memories?" Then came the storm. Rain poured. The forest floor turned to mud. She tried to move forward carefully, slowly, dragging the pouch behind her, but the stones were soaked. Their weight doubled. Her legs trembled. Then she slipped, and this time she didn't get back up. The pouch, filled with memories, moments, meanings, pressed down on her, not violently, just unrelentingly. The very things she thought would give her identity had quietly taken her strength. The next morning, the rain had stopped. Birds returned to the sky. The old owl came and saw her lying still, the pouch beside her, heavy and full. He stood in silence for a while. Then, with sadness in his eyes, he whispered, "Memories are meant to guide us, not to bury us. This is not just the story of a bird. It's a mirror, a soft, quiet reflection for anyone who's ever carried too much for too long. And haven't we all? We carry wounds we never gave ourselves permission to heal. We hold on to anger like it's armor. We replay old joys, fearing the present can't live up to the past. And slowly we stop moving forward. We don't soar, we don't sing, we just survive. But life wasn't meant to be carried like a sack of stones. It was meant to be lived, lightly, openly, bravely. Yes, your memories matter. They made you who you are. But not all of them are meant to be carried forever. Some were only meant to teach you, and then be set down. So what can you do? You forgive, not because the past deserves it, but because you do. You forget. Not everything, just enough to breathe again. You let go, not of your identity, but of your burden. You begin again. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now, in this moment, because this moment is the only place you're truly alive. So ask yourself, honestly, gently, are you living in the present, or still dying in the past? If this story touched your heart, maybe someone else needs to hear it too. Feel free to share it. And if you do like more stories like this, stories that reflect your quiet struggles and your hidden strength, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, be patient, be grateful, and keep moving forward.